Ever wanted to know how to purge like a professional? That's what we're going to talk about today. Hello, welcome back to Call Clutter Fairy, where I help you get clutter-free so that you can live stress-free. This is going to be a really quick video, but I wanted to go through some of the tips that I use when I'm working with a client to help them make their decisions easier. And the first one that I ask people when they're wavering on whether to keep something or get rid of it is, would you buy that same item today? Would you actually pull out cash and hand somebody the money that you paid for it? Now, the thing that I usually hear as a rebuttal is, oh, but it was expensive, or I got it at a really good price. That's kind of irrelevant if it's been sitting in a room not being used. So if you were shopping today with this lifestyle of not being cluttered and being less stressed, would you buy that item? And if the answer is no, yes, it's money wasted, but you're going to be getting your peace and tranquility back, and that is invaluable. The next thing I ask is, have you used it recently? This is another one I get with, well, I love that thing. I use it all the time, yet the area that we're going through is often in a closet, in a garage, in an attic. It's hard to be honest with yourself and say, yeah, I do. I love it, and I wish that I used it all of the time. But truth be told, it is not in my main everyday use. And even on those yearly holidays when I should pull it out, I don't. So let it go. This is me being honest, I've had this deep fryer. It was expensive. It was a wedding gift that we got. It was something stupid like $160. It's a DeLonghi, whatever. So I haven't gotten rid of it because it's expensive, because the few times I did use it, it was awesome. It fried things well. We didn't have to use a lot of oil in it. But the truth is, I haven't touched that thing in about 10 years. I know there are a ton of people out there who would love to have something like this because it's an item that they would use on a regular basis. So again, this whole video is going to be about really being honest with yourself so that you can get that clutter-free environment that you want. I always suggest sorting things likes with likes. And one of the main reasons I do that is, do you have a lot of similar or duplicate items? And if so, can you get rid of some of those things? So a couple of times when I've worked with people, I pull together in their clothing area and we realize that they have, no lie, 8, 10, or 12 of a very similar shirt. It's obviously something they like. When they see it in a store, they're attracted to it, so they buy it again. And most of us have been taught to just put things in a closet. I always try and suggest that people do things with similar items. So spaghetti straps, and then wider straps, short sleeves, cap sleeves, long sleeves, sweaters, and then do it by color. And this allows you to know exactly what you have in your closet. And if you're already aware that you have 4 black tank tops with just a simple scoop neck, when you're shopping, you might save that money by going, wait a minute, I already have a few of these. I don't need to buy another. But more importantly, in your own items that you're going through, if you already have multiples of the same item, pick the best one, pick your favorites, even have a backup, but let the rest go. Can I replace this item easily? If you're really struggling with, should I let this go, shouldn't I? Think about how easy it would be to replace it. I got rid of all of my wine glasses when I purged my kitchen in the beginning of the year. If I need wine glasses again, I can go to a thrift store and buy them easily. I can even get them at the dollar store. So I had an easy time letting those things go because I knew it was super easy to replace. So try and put that in your barometer. If it's an antique item that you would never be able to find again, it might be a good thing to hold on to until you're absolutely certain that you don't want it. But if you can easily replace it again, let it go. Another tip that can help you to let things go like a professional is the item causing you stress? If you are having to move things out of the way just to get access to an area, and that item is simply being kept because you need to do another step with it, for example, do you need to have it repaired? Is it a computer that you need to have wiped out before you can donate it? Is it a piece of furniture that just doesn't function for you, but you don't know what to do with it, so it's sitting in a corner? Is it a piece of workout equipment that you're not using, but it's too big to just pull out into the yard to get rid of? If it's causing you stress, but you're not using it and you don't want it, go ahead and call one of those services and let them pick it up as a donation. That is one of the easiest decisions you can make. If it's causing you stress, gosh, don't let that energy be in your house. Get it out. Call somebody to help you if you're not able to do it on your own, but go ahead and make that decision right now to get rid of that item. This is an easy one, and it ties into calling someone to help. Is the item that you're trying to decide on going to help someone else? If so, what a wonderful reason to let those items go. There are so many charities out there that can really benefit from the items that you're no longer using. And I can't think of a more motivating reason to go through your things and pare them down so that you're not so cluttered. Some of them take the items and they resell them so that they can use the proceeds, like the Breast Cancer Society. Others use the items to distribute amongst those in need. I always reference Project Beauty Share because I love what they do. They take old hair products, makeup products, feminine products. They have found a way to sanitize them and they redistribute to women in need. And man, that helps me stay on top of my toiletries because I love what they do to help women in need, and it helps to keep my area completely decluttered. The most common thing that I see when I'm working with clients, and I have my own here, are old electronic items that need to be recycled. I have a couple of laptops, a couple of computers. They don't work anymore. You're not supposed to put them in the trash. I was taking things to Best Buy, but Best Buy is phasing out that program. So if you have a Best Buy near you, check with them to see if they will recycle. But if not, there are many groups that do recycling drives so that they can generate money for their group. Schools do this most often. They ask for a tiny donation and then they take those proceeds to fund their cheerleading, football, whatever the program is. But this is a great way for you to get rid of those items and help a group out. Now, I know that Lowe's has a recycling center right at the front, so if you've got old batteries lying around, old light bulbs, small things, they do have it, and it's right up at the front near the customer service. So make sure you clear out that clutter and help someone else out. Leave me a comment below on some of the areas you struggle with in clutter. I know each person that I go into, we always joke, they have one thing that they typically collect. I showed in my video when I was redoing my kitchen, I did not realize I had been collecting packets of Splenda like crazy. We are in the 8th month already, and I am only halfway through my Splenda packets that I had been, furrowing away like a squirrel. So I always laugh. I'd love to know what thing you have found in your home that you have an excess of, and maybe you have a hard time decluttering. In the meantime, please click like on this button. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button. And if you are a continued subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. In the meantime, I will see you next week.